Hey lovelies, it's your girl Mariam again, and I'm back with another exciting and interesting tutorial on how to make this lovely hijab that I have on my screen right now. I noticed that it is the hijab that is quite trending, and a lot of people have actually come into my DM to ask for the tutorial. So I'm going to be giving us a tutorial of it today. And for this tutorial, I'm going to be using 2 strands of my size 9 twine. I'm going to be using the color white, and I'm going to be making for teenager to adult size. As I've said earlier, I said I'm going to be using 2 strands of this size 9 twine. I'm going to be using my 3.5 mm hook, my measuring tape, and my scissors. So let's get right into making the video. To start with, we are going to make the chain that is equivalent to 6 inches, and this is how we go about it. We are going to start with tying our knot just this way, then we go ahead to chaining. So I'm going to chain 25 first, then I'll take measurement to see if it's up to 6 inches. If not, we are going to add a few more chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 25 chain, and the next thing to do is to measure if that is up to what we need. We need 6, as I stated earlier, 6. So what we have now is 4.5. So we are going to chain few more. I'm going to chain 10 more chain. So we have 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So after turning 35, I'm going to take measurement. So 35 gave us exactly 6 inch. Can you see that? Gave us exactly 6 inch. So and other than that, we have to work with multiple of 3 plus 1. Other than having 35 chain that is equivalent to 6 inches, whatever you are working with, your own chain might be more than 35, but make sure you are doing multiple of 4 plus 3, because you are trying to like make a granny at this upper part. And what you need is multiple of 4 plus 3, and exactly what we have when we divide 32 by 4, we are going to be having 8. We are left with 3, which is 32 plus 3 is giving us 35. So we have multiple of 4 plus 3. So to continue, we are just going to make a double crochet into the very first chain space here. We are going to make a double crochet there. So let me move it closer so that you can see. We're going to make a double crochet. So we have 1. After making the first double crochet into the first chain, we are going to make another double crochet into the next one, like this. Then into the third chain, we also make a double crochet, just this way. So we have 3 double crochets like that, and we are going to chain 1. After chaining 1, we are going to skip the chain down here and go into the next chain here and make 3 double crochet in the next 3 chain. So we have 2, just this way, 3 into the third one. After making the 3 double crochets, we are going to chain 1 again and skip the chain space down here and go into the next one with 1 double crochet. Then into the next chain, we go in with 1 double crochet again, and the next chain we also go in with 1 double crochet, making 3 double crochets in 3 chain space like that. And this is what we should be having. Then you chain 1 again and repeat this same process till we get to the very end. Almost at the end of the very first row, you see that what I did was what I repeated. So I'm just going to chain 1 here since I've done my 3 double crochets and skip 1 double crochet, and the last 3 chains I'm going to make 3 double crochets there. So we have 1, 2, and 3. That's why I said we should work with multiple of 4 plus 3, because when I work with multiple of 4 plus 3, it gave me exactly what I needed to have, and this is it. Look at how beautiful it is. So one thing about hijab I noticed is that we worked with loose stitches in that hijab, because you notice that it's actually very floppy. I don't know how I want to explain that to us. So that's the reason why I'm using a 3.5 mm hook. And if you feel like your stitch is always extremely tight, you can actually do the same thing with 4 mm hook. But if you know you have a loose stitch, then 3.5 is okay. And the next thing to do is you are going to chain 1, 2, 3 to turn. Once you turn, this is where you'll be having. Then after chaining 3, you are going to skip this 3 double crochets and go directly into the chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets there. So we have 1, just like the granny strip stitch. So 2, 3. Once you have done that, you chain 1 again and go into, you chain 1, then you go into the chain 1 space again and make 3 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3. Can you see that? Then you chain 1 again and go into the next chain space with 3 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3. You're just going to keep repeating this till we get to the end. And once we get to the end, I'm going to be showing us what to do. I'm already in the last chain 1 space, and I'm going to work my 3 double crochets. I've worked 1 already, so we have 2 and 3. And to end this row, just the way we did at the beginning, that we made chain 3. No, chain 3 stands as 1 double crochet. In this case, it stands as 1 double crochet. It's not a turning chain, it's representing a double crochet. So I'm going to go in to the very first double crochet here with a double crochet. Very first one, we go in with a double crochet just this way to end that row. And this is it. This is what you should be having. If you are making this exact style for a child, probably from 0 to 3 years, if you are making for 0 to 3 years, you are going to make sure that the wideness that you have here is around 4.5. And if you are making for like 3 to 10 years, you should be having the wideness to be around 5.5, depending on the baby or child head. So to continue, we are just going to chain 1, 2, 3, which stands as a double crochet. Then we turn. Once we turn into the space here, we are going to put 2 double crochets there to make up 3 double crochets, since chain 3 stands as 1 double crochet. So we are going to put 2 more double crochets. So we have 1, 2, like that. Then we are going to chain 1 and go into the next chain 1 space and make 3 double crochets. So you're just going to keep repeating this till we get to the end. It's just the same pattern. Keep repeating it till we get to the end. I'm almost at the end of the 3rd round. This is what I have. I'm actually working my 3 double crochets in the chain 1 space here, 2, then 3. So I'm almost at the end now. And to end this row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 to make the chain 1 space. Then I go into this last space, which is this place where after we made our chain 3. So we are going to put in 3 double crochets there. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So we are done with the 3rd row. And to continue the 4th row, we are just going to repeat what we did on the 2nd row on the 4th row, which is chaining 1, 2, 3, and you turn and you go into the very first chain space, make 3 double crochets like that, and we keep repeating what we did on row 2 to on row 4. What we did on row 3, we are going to repeat for row 5. What we did on row 4, we are going to repeat for row 6, and what we did on row 5, we are going to repeat for row 7. So we are just going to keep repeating this till we are able to get the length of 6.5 inches. We keep repeating the same pattern till we get to the length 6.5. I've been able to get to 6.5 inches, and the number of rows I made to get to that is 16 rows in total. You see, we have exactly 6.5 there, and the wideness is 6 inches. Can you see that? So we've gotten what we want for this first part of the hijab. And remember that it's the same process that that we used to do this all through. So now we want to start building the side of the hijab. And how do we go about that? We are just going to chain 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, which stands as a double crochet. And at the side like this, at the side of the double crochet here, you're going to put one more double crochet there. For that, just this way. Can you see that? Once you've done 2 double crochets, the very first one, which is chain 3, the second one here, into each of the side of this double crochet here, you have to do two double crochets like that. So we have 1, 2 again, and then you go into the next row, which is the side. You're going to do 2 double crochets there. So we have 1, 2, sorry. So into the next row, which is this, I have to do 2 double crochets there also. We have 1, 2. Into the next row, which is this, you are going to do 2 double crochets. So we have 1, 2. So you are going to continue repeating this till we get to this point. And I'm already on the second to the last row, and this is also on the last row. So on the double crochet last here, you have to do 2 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, and once you've done that, you are done with this first side. Then you want to move to this back like this before you go to the other side. So how do you now go about that? On the very first double crochet here, we did 2 double crochets on the side. So on the very first crochet, which is the space here, the space on it, you have to make 2 double crochets, which is going to be our corner. You have 1, 2 on that very space. Can you see that? So onto each of these chain space here, you have to do one double crochet on it across, just this way. This is it. So this is the space here. You're going to do 1 double crochet into it. Remember that when we started this rectangular kind of thing, we started at the front and we did not cut it out. So remember that we are actually skipping 1 double crochet here, sorry, 1 chain here. So into that space there, make sure you put a double crochet like that. Can you see that? Then into the next double crochet, 3 double crochets, you make a double crochet each across like this. Sorry, you're going to make double crochets. So you keep making double crochet each double crochet space, and when you get to the space, make sure you put a double crochet there. This space, this chain 1 space, make sure you are actually putting a double crochet there. So make sure you're not skipping anything. 1 double crochet in each double crochet and 1 double crochet in the double crochet space. So we are going to keep repeating this till we get to the end of the row. Once we get to the end of the row, I'm just going to repeat what we did here also. But once I get there, I'm going to show you how to go about it. I'm almost at the end of this side before I move to the next side. So I'm just going to do the last few double crochets. So you have this here. Into the last double crochet. Remember, when we wanted to start on this side, which is going to be like our corner, we made 2 double crochets on the double crochet space. So we are going to repeat the same thing here. We are going to do 2 double crochets here. So we have 1, 2, because it's the last double crochet that we have on this row, like this. Look at it. Can you see that? So that's why we are making 2 double crochets there. Then into the side here, which is, remember, we are actually to put two double crochets there. So now I'm going to put 2 double crochets on the side here. So we have 1, 2. So we are going to put two double crochets on the side on each row. So we've done 2 on this row, then we go into the next row and put 2 double crochets there. While I was working, I covered this up. I covered it up since I actually started with that when I started. So I covered it up. You can also do the same or cut it off. But once you want to cut it off, make sure you actually use lighter to like bring it down, because twine tends to lose easily. So once you've done this row, then you go into the next round, 2 double crochets there also. So we are just going to keep repeating these two double crochets on the side of each row till we get to the very first till we get to this end here. So once we get to this end, I'm going to be showing us what we have. Now I'm on the last row here. I'm just going to put 2 double crochets to end this row. So we have 1, and the second double crochet, make sure you are doing it on the 3rd chain up here or on top of the double crochet that we started with here. So that's just it. That's how you are going to end that row, and this is what you should be having once you are done with that. So this is going to be our front side, and we're just going to be walking around like this. So to continue, we are going to change we are going to chain 3 rather. So we are going to chain 1, 2, 3. Once you chain 3, you turn your work, then you skip the first double crochet and go into the second double crochet with a double crochet like this. Into that same space, you put another double crochet. That's 2 double crochets. Then you chain 1, and into the same space here you put 2 more double crochets. So we have 1, 2, like that. And to continue, you are going to skip a double crochet after making 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. You skip a double crochet. Into the next double crochet, you are going to make a front post, and this is how you go about the front post. You insert it here, not on the double crochet space, but on the side this time. Then you take it out on the other side, you yarn over, pull out of that, and you'll be left 3 loop. You pull out of 2, then you pull out of 2, and that's how you do your front post. Then you skip the first the next double crochet and go into the one after that and put 2 double crochets, 1, 2. You chain 1, and into that same space you put another 2 double crochets. So we have 1 and 2. Once you've done that, you are going to skip a double crochet, and into the next double crochet you make a front post again, just like this. Then this is what you should be having as you are going. This is what you should be having. Then once you've done that, you skip double crochet and go into the next double crochet space. You put 2 double crochet into that space, 1, 2. You chain 1, and into the same space you put 2 more double crochet. So we have 1, 2. After you've done that, you're going to skip a double crochet, and into the next double crochet here you're going to make a front post. So you're going to continue repeating this. You're going to continue repeating this. You keep repeating this till we get to this point, because we want to do something a little bit different at the back here. So we keep repeating this pattern till we get to the first corner, and this is the corner. The place we made our 2 double crochets on 1 double crochet space is our very first corner here. So we are going to keep repeating this process till we get to the very first corner. So I'm almost at the corner, the very first corner, and here I'm doing my 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So I've done 1, and this is the second double crochet. I'm going to chain 1, and into the same space I make 2 more double crochet. So we have 1, 2, and before our corner we only have 1 double crochet before our corner. This is our corner here. So normally we skip 1 chain. We are going to skip 1 chain, and then we make a front post on the next one. So this is what we are going to do. Instead of skipping 1, we are going to skip 1, 2. This time around we are going to skip 2 double crochet space. So we are going to skip 1, 2 and go into this double crochet with a front post like this, like that. Once you've done that, you skip 1 and you go into the next one with a shell stitch, which is 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, and into the same space 2 more double crochets. So we have 1, 2. Once you've done that, then you continue with the same pattern we are actually doing here. So that means we are going to skip 1 double crochet and make front posts. We're just going to keep repeating that till we get to the next corner. Once we've made the front post, we're going to skip 1 double crochet, and into the next double crochet space we make 2 double crochets, 1, 2. We're going to chain 1, and into the same space we make 2 more double crochets. We have 1, 2. So we are going to keep repeating this till we get to the next corner. We are already at the second corner, and before the corner stitch, the 2 double crochets, we have just 1 double crochet here. So on a normal ground, on this side we did our normal shell stitch, then we skip 2 and go ahead with our front post. No, now we have front post before the corner. So how do we now go about this side? So we are going to skip, instead of skipping just one double crochet, then you go into the next one to make our shell stitch. We are going to skip 2 double crochets here for this next corner. So we are going to skip this one here and one on the corner, then into the second third double crochet there from the front post. I'm going to make a shell stitch, which is 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, and into that same space we make 2 double crochets. So we have 1, 2. So once we've done that, we've been able to work on the corner here and the corner here. So the next thing for us to do is to continue our pattern the normal way. And after making our shell stitch here, I'm going to skip the very first double crochet here. Then I go into the next one with a front post. Then I'm going to skip this, and into the next one I'm going to go in with 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. So we are just going to keep repeating the same pattern we've been working with to the end. We only add a little bit of difference, just a little bit of difference at the 2 corners. So we are just going to continue with this till we get to the end of the row. Almost at the end of this row, and I'm just going to do the last few shell stitch. So I've done my front post here. I'm going to skip 1 double crochet, and into the space here I make 1 shell stitch. So we have 1, 2, I chain 1, and into the same space I make a shell stitch. So we have 1, 2. Now we are left with 3 double crochets, and since we are left with 3 double crochets, we are supposed to like do a front post, then make a shell stitch, but we cannot end the row with a shell stitch. So we just go directly into the last. We are going to just keep the 2 instead of skipping just one and doing the front post. We are going to skip these 2, then I go into the last one directly with a normal double crochet like that. So we are going to be left with this, and this is what we are going to be having. So once you have done the normal double crochet like that at that whole row, this is what we are supposed to be having when we fold it, and when it is straight it's going to be like this. So how do we now continue? I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, then we turn. Once we turn into the shell stitch space, we are going to be making another shell stitch. That's 2 double crochets, 1, 2, we chain 1, and into the same space you make 2 more double crochets. So we have 1, 2. Remember that what we did was front posts, but now since we've done it, it will be looking somewhat like back post. So now that means we are going to be working as back post. This is it. So you're going to make a back post, and it is done this way. You know, front post you go through the front, but back post you go through the back, then you move it through the front, then go back to the back like this. You yarn over, pull out of 2, then you pull out of 2. So you are just going to go into the chain 1 space and make 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 1, and into the same space we make 2 more double crochets, 1, 2. So we are just going to keep repeating this pattern round. We're going to keep repeating the pattern round. That means we are going to keep repeating it. We keep repeating what I did in this row round. Then once we get to the end, I'm going to show you what to do. So end this very row into the very first double crochet, which is chain 3 that I started with. I went in with, on the third chain here, I went in with 1 double crochet, just this way. Then I'm done with this row, and this is what I have now. I'm done with this row, and this is what I have now. So when you fold it, this is what you should be having. You see that? This is the left side, this is the right side of it, and this is what you should be having. Once you are done with that row, this is what you should be having. So now we are going to continue the same pattern that we've been working with for the first row of shell stitch and the second row. We're just going to continue with the same pattern, and this is how we go about that. We're going to chain every time you want to turn. Always chain 1, 2, 3, or you start with a normal double crochet, anyone you choose, because my chain 3 stands as a double crochet.
Then once you turn, you notice that, in our previous row we had this to be a back post, but once we turn it becomes a front post again. So once we are done with this row, the next row will be back post. So as you turn, you'll be having this to be front post or back post, but always make sure you're having it here round, like it's always giving you front post whenever you turn to the right side. So we are just going to continue with the same pattern we worked with on the first row for short stitch and front post, and the second row too. So we are going to work the same pattern. We are not changing it. We are going to keep doing it. So we are able to get 7.5 inch. Once we are at 7.5 inch, I'm going to be showing us what to do next. Yeah, we are already at 7.5. I'm just going to measure it quickly. See, we have exactly 7.5 inch here. And the reason why I asked us to stop at 7.5 inch is because of our round face where the hijab is going to stay. And you'll be like, how can it be 15? Because when you multiply 7.5 by 2, it's going to give us 15. But one thing is that crochet always stretches. So if I'm to stretch this, you will see that it will actually stretch to at least 10 inch. That's the least it will stretch to. In fact, it will stretch more than that. This is 10 already. But if I keep stretching, it will still pass 10. Look at it. If I keep stretching, it's still past 10 inch. So that's why I said we are going to stop that, because our round face should be around 20, 21, 22. So it shouldn't be more than that. Sometimes you don't even have up to that, depending on the kind of face you have. So that's just it. So now the next thing to do is to join it. Now, how do we go about joining it? I brought this closer so that you can see that. So we are going to insert it. Look, we are going to insert into the third chain here, or the double crochet there, up there, the double crochet space or the third chain. I'm going to insert your hook. Look at it. This is it. Once you insert your hook into that, you yarn over, pull out of that, then you pull out of this loop. Then you've been able to join that. We look at it. Then it is closed. So once it is closed, you're just going to chain 1, 2, 3, and you turn. When you turn, you now start working back the same stitch we have actually been doing before. We are going to continue working it. Since we've chained 3, this chain 3 will stand for the chain 3 here, and also the double crochet here, or the double crochet here and chain 3 here. So once you do that, you're going to insert your hook into the short stitch space. I'm going to make a short stitch, which is 2 double crochets, chain 1, and another 2 double crochet in that same space. So once you've done that, you're just going to make your front post. So now you don't need to turn after this row since we've joined it. So I'm just going to continue so that you can see what I'm saying. We are going to keep repeating the same stitch we've been doing here. We are still going to continue with it. The reason why I asked us to wait till this point is because of the joining. So we are going to continue with our shell stitch. I'm going to keep doing that till we get to this point. Once we get to this other side, I'm going to be showing us what to do. Almost at the end of the row, after joining, this is where we joined, and we just started a row after that. So I'm almost at the end of that row. I'm just going to do the last few stitches that I have, then I'm going to show us what to do next. So this is the last shell stitch that I'm working into. I'm going to chain 1 and do 2 more double crochets. So we have 1, 2. So we are at the end of that row. Remember, previously we always do a double crochet, but now I set the double crochet here and the double crochet here. That is the chain 3 that represents the double crochet here and double crochet here. We've combined it into a double crochet, which is the chain 3 that we do here. So we are going to go into the third chain up here. We are going to yarn over, pull out of that, then we pull out of this. So we've been able to end that row. And now, one thing is that we don't need any turning like this. Previously we used to like chain 3 then turn. Now we are not going to turn again. We are going to chain 1, 2, 3 and go directly into the space of the shell stitch. The shell stitch like that. So that is 2 double crochets, chain 1 and into the same space 2 double crochets. So we have 1, 2. Then we make a front post. So we are just going to continue with this pattern till we are able to get to a particular measurement. We are going to continue that pattern till we are able to measure Presently, what we have for this back now is um 13 and a half. So we are going to continue, or let's say 13. We are going to continue till we are able to measure 17 inches. So what I mean is we are going to continue this same pattern of shell stitch till we are able to like measure from here. We are going to be measuring from this second roll of granny square, granny stitch rather. So you are going to measure it down there, and when I measured, I had 13, almost 13 and a half. So we are going to keep repeating this same pattern till we are able to measure 17 inches. So once we measure 17 inches, we are going to do increase.
And that's what we have. I've been able to get 17, and I'm just going to measure quickly. So we are going to start from the front to the back like this. So once we are able to get 17, that's fine. So in case you're actually making this hijab for someone that used to like do a whole lot of your, they used to put their end in a bun, make sure you have your own at 18, because me, I'm the one using this, and I don't used to like do a whole lot of hair. So you can actually make sure you get to 18, but for me 17 is okay, and I think that's the standard. 17 is the standard measurement. But in case the person you are making the job for is someone that used to put their their hair in a bun a lot of time, then you can actually increase it to 17 and a half or 18. To continue, we are just going to chain 1, 2, 3, and we are going to continue working circles. But this time around, we are going to be working with normal double crochet. That is, we are going to be having one double crochet in each double crochet across. So in this short stitch, in short stitch, we have 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. So into the very first double crochet, we are going to make a double crochet, and into the second one, we go in with 2 double crochet again. And remember, I said, except from the fact that we are going to be doing normal double crochet, we are also trying to increase it around that area. So that's why we are going to be doing two double crochets in the chain 1 space here. So into this space here, we are going to go in with 2 double crochets. So we have 1, 2. Then into the next 2 double crochets, we are going to go in with 1 double crochet, just this way. And into our front post, we go in with 1 double crochet. So we are just going to repeat the same thing in the next shell stitch. We are going to repeat it. So into the very first double crochet, we go in with 1 double crochet like that. Then into the second one also, we go in with 1 double crochet. And remember, into our chain 1 space, we are going to be going in with 2 double crochet, just the way we did in the very first shell stitch. And after that, into the next 2 double crochets, we are going to go in 1 double crochet, 1 and 2. And into our very first our front post, we are going to go in with 1 double crochet. So we are just going to keep repeating this pattern round. And remember, into our chain 1 space, we are going to be having 2 double crochets. So this is the same pattern we are going to keep repeating till we get to the end of the show. And once we are at the end of the show, I'm going to be showing us what to do. I'm almost at the end of that row, and I'm going to work the last few double crochets before we go ahead to join. So we are going to work the last few double crochets. It's just the same thing we've been doing since the beginning of this row, normal double crochet across. And we're already on the last double crochet now, and to end this row, we're just going to go into the 3rd chain up here. We insert our hook, yarn over, pull out of that, then we pull out of this. Once we pull out of this is what we should be having. To continue, we are just going to chain 1, 2, 3, and into each double crochet we are going to put in a double crochet. Now there's no more increase we are doing here. We are just going to keep repeating the double crochet across in each double crochet space, and we are going to repeat this for 3 rows. So this is the second row. We are going to do 1 more row after this. After the first row of this normal double crochet, I did 2 more rows of normal double crochet, that is 1 double crochet in 1 double crochet space. So in total, I'm doing 3 rows of normal double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3. I'm already on the 3rd row now, and once I'm done with this row, I'm going to show us The next stitch we are going to be working with is just something that is similar to this but a little bit different. So let's just do this quickly till we get to the end.
I'm almost at the end of this row, and this is me doing the last double crochet on the third row of the normal double crochet. So we have 1 2 3, and I'm just going to end it like this. Once I end it, I'm going to chain 1 2 3, and since we've done 3 rows of normal double crochet, we are going to go to the next stitch we are going to work with. I said it's somewhat similar to this since we are also going to be working with short stitch. So after chaining 3, which stands as a double crochet, we are going to skip one double crochet and go into the next double crochet with a double crochet, or with a short stitch rather. That means we are going to do 2 double crochets like this. We are going to chain 1, and into that same space we make 2 double crochets. So we have 1 2.
After that, you chain 1 2. After chaining 2, down here you are going to skip 4 double crochet and go into the fifth one with another shell stitch. So we have 1 2 double crochets, you chain 1, and into that same space you make 2 more double crochets. So we have 1 2. After that, we chain 1 2 again, and we are going to skip 1 2 3 4 and go into the fifth double crochet with a shell stitch. So we have 1 double crochet, a second double crochet, we are going to chain 1, and into that same space we make 2 more double crochets. We are just going to continue with the same pattern till we get to the end of this row. We are going to chain 2 and skip 4 double crochet, and into the fifth one we make a shell stitch. We keep repeating this to the end of the row, and once we get to the end of the row, I'm going to show us what to do next.
I'm almost at the end, and all I have to do now is to chain 1 2, and I'm going to count 1 2 3 4, and I'm to do my last shell stitch into the fourth fifth double crochet. But since we only have 5 double crochets, so I'm going to do it into the fourth one here. It's 1 2 double crochets, chain 1, and into the same space we do 2 more double crochets. So we have 1 2. Once we are done with that, all we need to do now is to slip stitch into this third chain here. Going to insert there, yarn over, pull out of that, then pull out of there. So we are at the end of that row, and this is what we have now. At the end of that row, this is what we have now. To continue, we're just going to, I said we are going to do the same, or let's say almost the same thing. And this is what we are going to do. We are going to chain 1 2 3 to continue, and into the short stitch space you are going to do a short stitch, which is 2 double crochets, 1 2, then you chain 1, and into the same space you make 2 double crochets. So we have 1 2. After doing that, you are going to chain 1 2 3. This time around we are not chaining 2, we are going to be chaining 3. Then we go into the next shell stitch like that with a shell stitch, 2, you chain 1, and into the same space you make 2 more double crochets. So we have 1 2, and after that we repeat the same thing we did here. We chain 1 2 3, and into the next shell stitch space we make a shell stitch. So we are just going to keep repeating this till we get to the end of this row, and once we get to the end of this row, I'm going to show us what to do next. I'm already on the last shell stitch of this row, and this is just row 1 row 2, and I'm going to do the shell stitch. Once I'm done with the shell stitch, we are going to move to the next row. Then I've done that. The next to is to end this by slip stitching into the third chain here. So once we are done with that, we are going to chain 1 2 3 again. We are going to start another row, and into the shell stitch space this time around we are going to be doing 3 double crochets, which is 1 2 3 double crochet. Then we chain 1, and into the same space we make 3 double crochets. So we have 1 2 3. Once you've done that, you're going to chain 3, 1 2 3 and go into the next shell stitch space. Make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. Once you've done the 3 double crochet, you're going to chain 1 and into the same space you make 3 double crochet again. 1, 2, 3. Once you've done that, you see you're going to chain 1, 2, 3. Then into the next shell stitch here, you're going to make 3 double crochet, just the way we've been doing since we begin this row. So you're just going to keep repeating the same pattern till you get to the end of the row, and you're going to repeat this same thing in the next row. Once you finish this row with the same pattern, you're going to repeat this same thing in the next row. So that means we are going to finish this and do one more row. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th row, I'm going to be showing us the next thing to do. The same process that was made on row 3 was made on row 4 also. I've mentioned that previously that we are going to repeat the same thing, and I'm almost done with row 4. So we are going to move to row 5 now after this row 4. So the same thing I was doing was 3 double crochets, chain 1, and into that same shell stitch you make another 3 double crochets. So you have 1, 2, 3. After that you are going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and you go to the last space and make 3 double crochets, chain 1, and another 3 double crochet. So once I'm done with this 3 double crochet, I'm going to do the 5th row, and the pattern for the 5th row of this increase, this is the increase I'm talking about. I've done row 1, row 2, repeat the same thing we did on row 3 and row 4. And for the row 5, we are going to be doing something different. This row 5 is the last row for this hijab for me. But if you want to do more rows, I'm going to explain how to go about it. So to do row 5, you are going to end row 4 with a slip stitch. Then you chain 1, 2, 3. Remember previously in row 4 and 3, we did 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and chain 4. This time around, we're going to be doing 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and 4 chain instead of 3 chain here. So that's the only increase we are going to be doing. 3 double crochet, chain 1, and into the same space, we are going to do 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. So once you are done with that, instead of chaining 3 this time around, you are going to be chaining 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go directly into the space here and repeat the same process. 3 double crochet into that space. Then you chain 1, and into the same space you do another 3 double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3. Once you've done that, you are going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you go into the next space. So you are going to keep repeating this till we get to the end of this row 5 of increase. So once we get to the row of end of row 5, I'm going to explain to us how to go about increasing it more depending on you. Me, I'm going to end here because I've gotten to the length that I want. But if you want it to be longer than mine, definitely there's a way to go about it. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and once I'm at the end of this, I'm going to show you how to increase. If you want more rows, then we go ahead to this part, which is where the face is going to be showing. Already on the end, at the end of row 5, I'm just going to do the last few stitches, and we're going to explain to us how to go about it if you want it longer than this. So I'm just going to end this row by slip stitching into the very first double crochet, which is the chain 3, and this is what we have right now. No, this is what we have. We have row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in case you want it longer, this is how you go about it. You know, I stopped at 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, and chain 4. That means the next row you are going to be doing 4 double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, chain 4. Then after that, We are going to repeat that same row 2 more times. After that one, that means you are going to do that same 4 double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet 3 times. Then on the 4th time, you are going to do 4 double crochet, chain 1, 4 double crochet, and chain 5 this time around. So it's just like a sequence. We increased the chain on the second row of 2 double crochet, chain 1, 2 double crochet. We increased on the third row of 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So we are just going to be increasing the chain at the end of the number of double crochet. So it is 2 double crochets here. Then when we do 2 rows, we are going to increase to the 3 chain. And when we for 3 double crochet, when we get to the third row, we are going to increase to 4 chain, just like that. So even if you want it longer than the 4, the increase on the 4, if you are going to 5, it's going to be 5 double crochet, chain 1, 5 double crochet, then you do 5 chain, then you repeat that 4 times. Then on the 5th row, you are going to do 5 double crochet, chain 1, 5 double crochet, then you chain 6, just like that. That's how we are going to go about it if you want it longer. Now I'm just going to end this by chaining 1, and I'm going to cut it off so that we can work the part that is going to be on the face. So I'm going to pull it through. Most times when I cut it off, I'm always using lighter, or I don't know what you call it around your side, but that's what we call it here. So I'll use it to like burn it down, because twine is something that lose quickly. So if you leave it that way, it's going to lose back. So now I want to work on this part. So this is how you go about that. You're going to reattach here. This is it. You're going to reattach down here. You reattach by inserting your hook into that chain 3 here where we joined. Then you yarn over, pull out of that, then you chain 1. You pull it here so that you can tighten it. Remember, I'm always trying to like secure this, because twine is a kind of yarn that loose easily. So once I'm done with this row, I'm just going to use my lighter to like secure it. So I expect you to do the same thing so that you do not have a loose work. So to start, you're going to do single crochet into this very first space here. You're going to start with a single crochet like that. Into the next row, this is the row here. That is the row of each shell stitch like this. This is one row, this is another row, this is another row. At the side, you are going to be doing two half double single crochet rather. So you are going to do 2, that's in space. Then you go to the next row, you go in with 2 single crochets, also 1, 2. Then you go into the next row, which is this place, you go in with 2 single crochets. So you have 1, 2. Then you go into the next row again with 2 single crochet. So you have 1, 2. So into the next row you do the same thing, 2 double crochets, sorry, 2 single crochet rather, 1, 2. So we are just going to keep repeating this till we get to this point. Once we get to this point, you are going to be doing something different, a little bit different. So once I get there, I'm going to show you what we have to do.
We've already gotten there, and into the very space beside the granny strip, like that chain 1 space, into the very first one there, we are going to go in with 5 double crochets, and that's this space here. We're going to go in 5 double crochets. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once we've done the 5 double crochet, into the next granny strip space, we have to go in with a single crochet. After going in with a single crochet, you are going to go into the next space with 5 double crochet again. You're going to go in 5 double crochet. In your own case, you can actually do more than 5 double crochets. You can have it up to like 7 double crochets, depending on how much you want the design at the front to be, because that's a particular design that I'm trying to achieve at the front. I don't want my own to be too obvious. That was why I actually did 5 double crochets. So now once you are done with that one, you go in to the next granny strip with a single crochet. So look at that design I'm talking about. So if you want your own to be much more visible and wider than that, you can actually go in with 7 double crochets instead of 5 double crochets, just like that. So I'm going to go in after this 5 double crochet into the next garnish strip space with a single crochet or so. Yeah, just like this. So I'm going to just keep repeating this, and into the next space again we go in with 5 double crochets. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once you've done that, into the next space we are going to make a single crochet, just this way. Then we're already on the last space here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Once we've gotten to the end of that, we are just going to see what we have already. See how beautiful the design is, and it's giving some kind of a lace kind of vibe. That's what it's giving us. So we are just going to go into the side here, the side that we are supposed to put our 2 single crochets. We are going to go into that very first side with a single crochet to end this very design. So now we are going to continue what we did on this side, on the other side. That is 2 single crochets in each side, like in each row on the side. We are going to go in with 2 single crochet each. We are just going to keep repeating just the way we did on the other side. We are going to repeat it till where we get to where we attach our yarn. We are already here, and the last thing, we are just going to do our last single crochet. Then we go into the very first single crochet with a slip stitch. Once we've done that, we are going to chain 1 and cut off our yarn, and that's the end of our hijab. So that's what we are just going to cut it a little bit more and use the lighter to burn it down so that it will not lose back. I'm always doing this because I know that twine get loose easily. So this is what we have right now. See how beautiful it came out. I'm going to bring my camera back a little bit so that you can see how beautiful it is. So this is what it looks like, and see how beautiful it is. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to on your notifications so that you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. See you in my next video. Bye.